amino acids or branch chain amino acids, why is that maybe not necessary if our protein intake is adequate?
Yeah, and so that's because the protein intake is where those amino acids come from. So the amino acids, to not get too scientific and give you guys numbers, there's a certain number of like essential amino acids, and those amino acids are ones that your body can't make itself. And in the traditional sense, when we eat protein like a steak, your body gets all those essential amino acids from the protein. So protein is kind of this umbrella term that covers up all those amino acids that sit underneath it. And so when you just take specific amino acids, well, you're not taking the full essential profile. And they've actually come to believe that that full essential profile is very necessary for anabolism, so things to grow. Now, there might be certain amino acids that promote anabolic activity a little bit more, like the initiator, such as leucine,
isoleucine, and valine, which are, but leucine is the primary. But those are the three branch chain amino acids. But leucine seems to be at least the primary anabolic.
It kind of
activator
starts the switch, but it's not necessarily the full engine. So you need the full machinery, all the essential amino acids for this process to be optimized. And so if you ask the question, well, why should I take protein if I have amino acids? Well, because the protein has a larger and more robust profile.
And whey protein isolate typically has the most complete amino acid profile of, basically any protein that you can consume.
Mm-hmm. And in that's where you get your amino acids from. So don't think about amino acids and protein as these two separate things. They are one of the same, essentially, but you could have specific amino acids that are derived from the protein itself as a whole, because a protein is just a label term to describe what you're consuming, essentially.
Right. Yeah, that reminds me of something that Marie Spano just posted about, and we've had her on the podcast. She's unbelievable dietitian, works with Atlanta Hawks and Braves and a bunch of pro teams, and she posted this cool little stat. It's to get 2.7 grams of leucine and 10.9 grams of essential amino acids, the different types of proteins that you would need to take and how much of it. So whey protein, to get 2.7 grams of leucine, you would only need 20 grams of protein. Whereas something like brown rice, you would need close to 40 grams of protein. Wheat, you would need 50 grams of protein. Hemp, you would need all the way up to like 50, even a little bit higher than 50 grams of protein to get that same amount of leucine. And so I think that's probably something that people don't understand, is that it's like, oh, it has the amino acids, so we're good, but there's different levels.
Yes. So in that, the protein can have an amino acid profile.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is that protein made up of, and how many of that is it made up of? So it's kind of like a basketball team, right? If you only had point guards on that basketball team, they're not going to be very good. So the profile was just point guards, we're not going to be very good. We need an essential makeup of a team. So you might have your point guards, your wings, your bigs, but then you also have the bench players who are the reserves who are going to back them up in case someone goes down. And you need a coach, you need a trainer, and all this stuff. So to put together a team, it's not just 15 point guards, it's a full profile. And just like a protein, you need a full amino acid profile that fits it, because leucine might be that scorer, right? It might be that person who's averaging 25 a game, and you need that person, but 25 a game isn't going to win you any game by itself. It's going to only be a part of the team that helps you win the game. So if leucine's that critical initiator, well, we need to have a protein that has enough leucine, as Marie Spano pointed out, but we also need the full essential amino acid to go with it, because just like a 25 points a game, you need the rebounders, you need the guys on the bench, you need the coach and the whole team to be actually winning a game.
Yeah. So I'm the leucine. When we go play basketball, I'm the leucine, and you guys are my supporting amino acids, right?
I'm the caffeine.
Is that how that works?
I'm not even an amino acid out here. I'm a catecholamine.
Whole different category.
Straight epinephrine.
I love it.